So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop another mental model that can be useful for you, since mental models are representations about how the reality works, and as much more you grasp them, higher is so the probability of you having good decisions, because decisions is what ultimately brings to you the actions that you take, and the actions that you take, depending the context that you are, obviously as well, they determine what so is the prosperity that you get in your life. And then so obviously you wish being as much as possible good so in decision making, and then for to require so having the skill fully developed, you will need to get what? Good inputs, so getting good information, getting so what is truth about reality, good beliefs, but as well you rely a lot in having good type of systems to systematically absorb the inputs so that you get and so got good outputs that so are the decisions that you take. And then so obviously you require of what? You require good information beliefs. Mental models play a role in there. Good systems. Some of the mental models as well are systems so to solve problems, to take decisions, to not fall in biz. We have the bulletproof problem solving to solve problems. We have like other ones that you can create based in heuristics and some bizes that the humans tend to fall. And then obviously so you create a good system to work, but we have as well a lot of information on how the psychology works, information about finances, the economy. So then today, what's going to be the information that we're going to talk about? The paradox of choice. So it's a phenomenon that we have seen, like information, belief, that you could adopt and understand that as much more type of choices we tend to have, less we feel pleasant with choosing one, is the information that you can take to influence so some of the decisions that you're going to do in the future. And then understanding why more options can hurt your business. It's what you're going to talk. So it's a paradox of choice, but focusing on how this impacts the business world. So it's what we're going to talk today. So I expect this makes you so feel interest, and then so we're going to follow it. So first, understanding that's something that everyone falls. So have you ever felt overwhelmed by too many choices? Probably the answer is yes. In a certain point in your life, you were kind of present to make choices, and you see that you were present with so much hypothesis about how you could act. And then so it's probably a situation that you feel overwhelmed. And when you are overwhelmed, you feel some more probability to feel tired, to feel stressed, to feel anxious. That's things that we don't like. So, and then obviously so it's something that we call as a paradox, because what? A good example. Imagine that you go to a coffee shop, one other type of coffees. Sounds great. So I have so much variety. But in reality, it makes this thing hard because you have so much type of choices that you don't know what. Something that you also see that's the most optimal point. And if you have just two or three, it's easier. But you have 100, you could do a choice and you could exist all other 90 that you could get as well, because the others 80s, the other 80s you know, but other 19s are no, so you don't know, so you kind of do a shot. But when you do a shot, you're so falling in something that is just experimenting something, and obviously forgetting or doesn't get the access to the all other things. So when we have too many choices, we feel more pressure to choose the best option, because we're so served with so much things that we feel like that we have to do the right choice because we have so much. So we're more basing the quality of our choice in our quality of choice, in our so quality of having decision making, than in the context. Because if just so you can so put, like, if you do a bad choice, you say that it was the environment that provided few choices. But if you have so much, you put the accountability on you, and this so create pressure on you, and the results that so could be criticized, whatever it is more direction to you. More anxiety so about making the wrong choice, and more regret after choosing as well. Example, is a study that showed that when a supermarket offered 24 types of jam, fewer people bought than when they had just 6 options. It's a study, scientifically methods that has proven that this exists. But then so how and why so too many choices hurt business? Decision fatigue, consumers get mentally exhausted and walk away. Lower satisfaction, even after buying, they feel they could so have chosen better. And slower decision making, more choices, longer to decide, reducing impulse purchases that are a lot important because impulse purchases are most based in emotional, and so the business they play with the heuristics that so are things that we feel to have a tendency to do. We are a lot sensitive to scares. We're a lot sensitive to reciprocity, familiarity. So things that are easier to get applied if you make impulsive type of purchase. But we have so much choices, we so have a more slower decision making, which so triggers more our logical side that makes not us so fall in type of business that are good to exist in the perspective of the seller if they enjoy it so in their positioning so to sell. So why too many choice hurt business is just basically the application of the general type of effects that the paradox of choice creates, but in the business world. But then so that we understand the psychological effect, obviously, so it implies having a lot of choices, someone to make it to a lot of choices. It's something that happens a lot in business. We always have required to do choices and we can have like so much type of options to do. But then so how smart business use this strategy? We're going so probably for examples to understand how this can be applied in business. In Apple, keeps products line simple, just a few models per category. Example how Apple is trying to not fall in creating a paradox of choice in people. IKEA offers limited furniture options for each style, reducing decision overload. Netflix and Spotify as well. They use algorithms to suggest content instead of overwhelming users with endless options, always reducing the cost of making a decision. And to reduce the cost of making a decision, one of the ways is by reducing the variance that of what I can do. But it's a trade-off. If I can reduce the variance, obviously I can as well decrease a bit of the likelihood of offering something that people could agree and could like and could say that's something exceptional. But as things that happens in the world exist, we work in trade-offs. If you have more, you as well have to deal with having more trash that people don't like. Or it's like the optimal is you getting so precise and you just get a few ones, but are the ones that you know that people will like. But this requires having knowledge about other ones. That's why algorithms are so good. That's why the algorithms, the way that they are present in apps, and these apps have a higher likelihood so to be things that people like. Social medias, everyone likes being Facebook, Twitter, wherever it is, because they learn about us. And then so they don't fall in the paradox of choice, they're just like a machine that produces outputs like videos that doesn't get like they're kind of randomly just distributed. And then so algorithms that learns with us, they kind of not fall in the paradox of choice because they're just gonna have her based in what we are as a consumers in their app. So how to apply this in your business? I think it's a bit clear about what I'm being defending. Limit choices, offer fewer and but better options, guide the decision, so use filters, recommendations, or bestseller. Labels, use bundles, so instead of selling 10 separate products, offer a curated best value package, can be as well something useful. Well, you sell even more, but in mix with, and then so doesn't require people to have this tendency to, now that I've choose something, so what is the thing that I'm trying to look for more? So if I am able so to get this type of clusters, this type of things, that location of the products makes it so them not having to spend time choosing if they want individually each one. So it's a thing that's good. So more isn't always better. It's a thing that you have to take away. The key is to simplify decisions, reduce friction, and then so with that it makes choice feel easier to make. That's what you want. So is your business giving customers clarity or confusion is always the question that you have to do. So I expect this video was enough to make you gain insights. Thank you for being here till this point of this video. Don't forget to subscribe, putting a like, and obviously if you have liked the video. And then if other videos may trigger your interest, feel so free to see it to gain you more insights. With that much more to say, just thank you and see you in the next one.